accepted, that ate it for a quick second and shunned it away. You got these niggas that got 3 teeth in their mouth smoking crack and people with cut off arms. What the brother talking about, man? We ain't worried about giving that man to them people, man.
Nah, one second. Yeah, it's cool. We're gonna finish this and we're gonna pull that one out.
Not as your father did eat manna and are dead.
There we go, like I just said, because our fathers ate that stuff, and what happened, man? They rebelled against the Lord, and they weren't able to enter into the kingdom, man. The Lord wasn't dealing with them afterward. Other generation had to come in, man. They had to come in because they the ones that received it. You know? They the ones that did the will, man. The Lord ain't worried about them old head niggas, man. Y'all failed, man. Y'all failed, bro. Y'all can't put the pork chop down.
If the Lord ain't worried about his mother and his brother, why are you so worried? Why are you so worried about the next man? Like you got your thing all lined up and straight. Like you open up your computer desk, it's a golden ticket to say you got one free ride on a chariot. You got to keep fighting for yourself. You acting like you can save your grandmother.
Right.
So like,
the water.
He that eateth of this bread shall live forever.
Man, and how do you live forever eating that bread? Man, that's eternal life first and foremost. Doing the law, doing his will to the best of your ability. Purging out that old man. Putting away your flesh and living by the Spirit, man. That's how to obtain salvation 101. Eating the true manna. Because that's how you live. That's the true life. Like back then, the manna, they would have died if they ain't eating nothing, man. The Lord gave them bread from heaven and they lived, man. Symbolically, this right here, that's the bread from heaven that came down. The word from the Lord, man. That's how you're going to receive eternal life. You know? Not to shun that away. To keep doing his work and to keep fighting for it, man. To contend. To suffer, man. To be patient, man. Eternal life's coming if you follow what's in. If you really not follow what's in there, but if you just eat the manna. Eat the manna and you're gonna live. Simple as that. It's that simple. Eat the bread and you shall receive life. It's nothing hard about that. Just eat. Is there more on that?
More verse 59.
More on that.
Verse 59. These things said he in the synagogue as he taught in Capernaum.
Okay, yeah, that's it on that one, man. Pretty much what he had told the people, man. And I know you said you had a precept, Mr. Scary.
Yeah, it's about what I was talking about. As far how you should deal with people. Sirach chapter 22, verse 13. Talk not much with a fool, and go not to him that hath no understanding. Beware of him, lest thou have trouble, and thou shalt never be defiled with his fooleries. Depart from him, and thou shalt find rest, and never be disquieted with madness. So a nigga that's out here saying whatever he want to say, talking all kind of crazy, you steady trying to, don't do that. Let that nigga be. If he can't see it in you, well, then it's not for him.
That's right.
And the book of Matthew talks about that. All the gospels talk about that. This gift I gave to you, I didn't give it to him. He ain't gonna understand the parables. The Lord took his disciples to the side and broke down the parables.
That's right.
He didn't take everybody. The rest of them niggas was just looking up there eating apples and oranges and shit. I don't know what he's talking about, but everybody's having fun, so yeah, I mean he turned water into wine. I'm just gonna kick it till he leaves.
Exactly. A lot of these niggas, that's a beautiful point, bro. A lot of these niggas tagged along because he was giving people loaves of bread and fish, man. They didn't want to really eat the truth. They didn't really want to eat, man. They really weren't hungry. They were hungry. They were carnal minded, man. That's how our people, that's how you know it's Jake, man, because our people are hella carnal, man. They ain't focusing on the true picture. They focusing on the carnal picture, man. They focusing on being gluttons, filling their bellies, man.
Right.
You know?
That goes for the comment.
Man.
That goes for the break room at work. That goes for when you go home to see your parents. That goes on when you at the store and you see some old friends you grew up with. You're sitting up here trying to break scriptures down in the middle of the grocery store. Nigga, this nigga, it ain't for him. It ain't for him.
God, brother.
He got the 2 baskets right there full of groceries.
Yeah. You on your phone, Sirach. It's not for this nigga.
Then in his basket, and then in his basket, the store he got hella pork in the basket.
Yeah, you trying to take the pork out of his basket. He pulling it back. He throwing more. He putting more shit in there. Okay. These niggas ain't got it. Let them go.
They don't got the juice, bro. They up there scoffing. They on the comment board scoffing with a goddamn pork chop in their mouth, man. Or some of them even thinking, oh man, that's some deep stuff. Eating on the pork bone and stuff, man. It's not, people don't got it, bro. My bad, bro.
I'm gonna start at the top, and I think I read it wrong a little bit. Sirach chapter 22, verse 13. Talk not much with the fool, and go not to him that hath no understanding. Beware of him, lest thou have trouble, and thou shalt never be defiled with his fooleries. Depart from him, and thou shalt find rest. That's what you want, right?
That's right, brother.
You want some sort of peace and happiness in this life, even though we're designed to go through these trials and tribulations. When you at peace, do your best to stay at peace.
Brother.
Don't try to, you sit up here arguing with your grandmother about anything. If she ain't got it, then she ain't got it. The way that you live says more than anything that comes out of your mouth. They see you. They know you. That's why you getting into those conversations with them. Because they see the righteousness in you, and they want to pull you down there where they at. You ain't nobody.
Exactly, brother.
So when they eating that stuff, they looking at you, and they saying, man, I got to take that away from him. I want everybody to be mad like I am. I want everybody belly poked out like mine. I'm walking around with 1 foot because of gout. I want everybody like that. Her grandson come in talking about he a vegetarian, and he looking good, feeling good. She gonna say, oh man, that's done for pussies. You gotta eat some meat. That's life. But you just gotta look at his granny, and you got it. That's why you got 1 foot. You ain't lying.
Big man.
Beware of them lest thou have trouble, and thou shalt never be defiled with his fooleries. Depart from him, and thou shalt find rest, and never be disquieted with madness. Verse 14. What is heavier than lead, and what is the name thereof but a fool? Sand and salt and a mass of iron is easier to bear than a man without understanding. And the scriptures speak truth, because you on that comment board going back and forth with this nigga. He copying and paste the whole book of Corinthians on your video. And you supposed to go through, man, I'm not doing that.
No.
The comment that you copied and paste is longer than the quick hit that I put on the video.
Right.
I'm doing the video. I'm talking 2 minutes and 13 seconds.
Yeah, good.
And you don't post 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians, and half of Revelation to combat what I said in a 2-minute video.
Exactly. You asking 10 more questions.
I'm not doing that.
Like them scriptures, that's a beautiful point.
Tells you not to be equally yoked with these niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's a blessing that the Lord had taken us away from that stuff, man. Because that was a very, the water for that, brother. That was a beautiful point you brought out, man. Because you could, if we would have stayed in that situation, man, would have been just like them. You know what I'm saying? Got a precept to bring out on top of the precept he brought out. That was a beautiful point, man.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 10. He pleased Yahweh and was beloved of him.
He pleased the Most High, was beloved of him, man. And that's how we were, man. That's why the Lord had taken us out of our households. That's why he gave us his name. That's why he gave us the understanding of his word, man, because he was pleased in us. One, it was already ordained, but the walk that we walking, man, he's pleased in it, man. We doing what's right according to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
So that living amongst sinners, he was translated.
Like this brother just mentioned earlier, you know what I'm saying? When he was pleased with us living amongst sinners, man. The ones that was able to put the pork down. The ones that, mom couldn't put, no, mom, I ain't dealing with that. Or your woman or whoever it is. You stopped getting those lineups. You started shedding away the old man. Being in the house of people that didn't want to shed away the old person, man. That's right. But you were the one willing to do that. You were the one willing to actually step up to the plate and do the job the Lord wanted you to do. That goes into that household we was talking about again, with the Lord dividing you from that stuff, man. He came to divide, man. That's a prime example of it with these precepts that are being brought out right now.
That's right. And if I could say this, not to cut you off, Salaki, they always talk about having vision. You gotta have vision, man. You gotta see yourself doing this, see yourself doing that. What our vision that's given to us, it goes far past what you niggas are seeing. You niggas are seeing just trivial stuff right in your view. What we see is far greater. Our vision is far greater. Our vision tells us that all these trends and fads that are going on right now, okay, like right now, everybody has a body full of tattoos, right? We see past the trends. We see that just like everything, everybody's all into this stuff, but then there's a time when nobody wants to do it at all. And then it starts to circle back around. We see the vision. And the vision that the Lord showed us is that now it's time for no tattoos. Now it's time for no adultery. Now it's time for no stealing. The Lord gave us that vision that goes far beyond y'all niggas.
That's right.
Y'all niggas sitting up here, I have a vision of me sitting in this house over in Highland Hills, living next door to Bill Gates, some shit like that. That's your vision. all that stuff, that's just trivial. All that stuff is medial. We're talking about things that you can't ascertain, and also that another man just can't come and take from.
That's right.
Because everything that you niggas see, somebody could come in and steal from. Somebody could come in and steal money out of your bank account. They can't steal these spiritual gifts that the Lord gave us. Only the Lord can take that stuff away.
That's right, brother.
Verse 11, yea, speedily was he taken away, lest that wickedness should alter his understanding.
That's right, man. You had to be taken out of that household, man, or wickedness was going to consume you. You know? The Lord had to take you out of that. He doesn't slack concerning his promise. And again, he said you can't be equally yoked with unbelievers, man. You know? He had to take us out of that situation, man. How you going to set off the old man when he got a bunch of demons trying to keep that old man on there at the same time, man? It's like you trying to take the clothes off, they holding the clothes up at the same time, man. You had to get out of that situation in order to shed that old man off, man.
You have to be baptized.
That's right.
Baptized by the word.
That's right.
You could dump a nigga head under water. There's water back here. You could dump a nigga head under there. But when he comes up under, what has really happened?
Exactly.
You got GOCC, they out here baptizing people in I don't know, Lake Erie somewhere. What is that really doing for these people?
Brother.
These people come from up under the water, and they the same nigga that was dunked up under there.
God, brother.
They out there with the white linen suit on, standing in line, mud all on their feet, get dunked, and they come out and the same nigga.
God, man.
You didn't change from anything.
That's right.
That's a beautiful point. Yeah, like let's say for example, you trying to quit smoking weed. How you gonna quit smoking weed when you in a house full of niggas that smoke weed, man? Nah, I'm done. I'm putting the blunt down. A few hours later, your roommate firing up the blunt, man. You like, shit. You know what I'm saying? It's harder. You got to get yourself out of that situation in order to refrain from that, man. You got to leave the scenario. You know, cigarettes, whatever it is, the same way. You got to leave from that, man.
That's right.
You got to get that wickedness off, man. That baptism point is funny, too. When I got baptized, man, that same night was my first night smoking weed when I was in the world, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that stuff was BS, bro.
It was the water that made you do that.
God, exactly, man. Wanted me to do it even more. Then felt guilty afterward, like, oh, I just got baptized. No. You know, it's, man, no, man. This is the true baptism, man. You got to set off that old man spiritually, man. Go ahead. It should be a little more on that.
Lest that wickedness should alter his understanding, or deceit beguile his soul.
That's right, man. Deceit to beguile the soul, man. To be overcoming that deceit, man. Like we read earlier, man. To be enriched in deceit or sworn into deceit. We read in Psalms earlier, man. That's the same thing. You know.
For the bewitching of naughtiness doth obscure things that are honest, and the wandering of concupiscence doth undermine the simple mind.
Yeah, man. You know, I think that's it on that one. Why don't you bring that out? I know you said you got a precept.
Yes. This is Sirach 42:1. Of these things be not thou ashamed, and accept no person to sin thereby. Exactly. So you can't accept anybody that's around you to sin thereof. That's why you hang around brothers. You know, if you around people that sin, you're gonna be more inclined to sin. Like if you living in a house full of weed smokers, you know, you may not smoke weed, but you're around that environment. So you're gonna be more inclined to smoke. You're gonna be more inclined to take that blunt. So you know, you have to put yourself away from that.
That's right.
And if I could add to that, when you in this truth, so like, right back to you, when you in this truth, you got to watch who you around as well. If a brother is always talking about the next man, you got to watch that. You got to be a far away from that. Brother gossiping, telling the next man business, you got to remove yourself from that. You really have to what? The people who you are around can shape your life. What do they say? Misery loves company. So as misery is gonna keep chipping away. And if you're not strong in the faith, you're gonna be right there doing the same thing they was doing.
That's right.
But then come into camp. That's a damn shame. Go ahead, Richard. Somebody had a precept?
Of the law of the Most High and His covenant, and of the judgment to justify the ungodly. That's why the law was established, to judge the ungodly. Because it says in Timothy that the law wasn't made for the righteous man; it was made for those whoremongers, those sinners.
That's right.
To bring order to their life. And then if you can't continue to do the things that you do, you're gonna get rewarded for that.
That's right, brother.
So that's all I had.
The water for that, man. The water for that. I know you said you got a precept, right?
Yeah. This is Romans chapter 12, verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
That's right, man. You can't be conformed in this bullshit going on right now. No, I'm speaking right now, man. You can't be conformed in this world right now, man. It's distractions all over the place, man. You gotta overcome that stuff, man. You gotta repent and continue to stay in the spirit, man. Because this world is your friend. This world is out to get you. This world is meant to tear you down if you're spiritual. This world is full of deceit. You know?
By the renewing be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect.
And the key few words in there was renewing of your mind, that you can what?
That ye may prove.
Renewing in your mind that you can prove. You know? Like study to show yourself approved. That's part of renewing of your mind, so you can prove what?
I want to say this real quick. That word prove, that also means to demonstrate.
Yeah.
So that means that when you're showing your faith, when you're showing your works, how do you show how much faith you have in the Lord? Is by your works, by what you prove and what you demonstrate.
That's right. Living by that example.
Right.
So you can prove what?
So that you may prove what is that good and acceptable.
So you can be that example of what the scriptures have told you to be. So you can show that example on how to be pure, on how to be clean, on how to cast out imagination, wicked imaginations. You know? Is there more on that?
And perfect.
That's right, perfect. And we all know that there was only one that was perfect, but we know that means to be balanced. You know, because when you're living by this word, it teaches you how to be balanced according to what the Lord had told you to do. You know?
The perfect will of the Most High.
The balanced will of the Most High, man. You know? Does anybody got any other precepts?
I have a precept I want to give. Revelation 13, 9, and 10.
Brother.
Amen.
I noticed you got these two honkies right here.
Honkies? What?
Two honkies right here. They're reading the sign.
I like the sign. Don't call me honky because I like the sign.
I call you whatever I want to call you. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. They see signs.
That's right.
It says
But
pork
if I
eating
called you
spit.
something else, you'd flip right now.
You can say whatever you want to say.
Do it, man. You call me a honky, but I can't call you the.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 9.
Right now,
He that hath an ear, let him hear.
call me a honky.
Stop.
Whatever.
Say the N-word.
I'm not gonna do it.
Do it.
That's on you.
It's okay.
He that hath an ear, let him hear. Revelation 13 and 9.
Revelation 13.
Fuck, you trying to act like
Right.
honky is hella offensive. Like, that's corny.
I don't care.
Because
You guys.
I apologize. I didn't realize you were so soft.
Let me ask you a
my
question.
No, I'm not soft. I'm just aware.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
I like what you guys are doing. I'm supportive of this.
Yo, let me ask you. Are you guys reading
When it
this
says
in the Greek?
spit
You ever read it in the Greek?
The white man's
because we make fun of ourselves.
Yeah, you read it in the
You
Greek.
discharge.
I want to hear
I
it in the
agree
Greek.
with that.
I'm sorry.
I agree
No, I
with
want to hear
that.
this
Read
in
the
the Greek.
precept. Read the
He that leadeth into
You
captivity
about to say something?
Nah, he
shall
asked
go.
I'm just. He asked if we read in the Greek. Yeah, we do, but you don't read in Greek. So if we were out
I
here
can
reading in
read
Greek,
Greek.
you
I
wouldn't
can read
understand.
Greek.
So we're
I'm
reading it in
actually
English
Asian
right now.
Greek
Go ahead, brother.
But you
I wanna
speak
hear
in
it in Greek.
English, so why don't you just let us read it?
Out there,
Go ahead.
Read.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into
Now
captivity.
that part isn't funny.
You
That
guys are
part ain't funny to these guys.
prognosticating on the English
Now,
translation.
they're
but
talking
the
about
English
spigs. They're
translation, you
laughing
can't actually
because we said
give
spigs, and it has
exegesis of
laughing at the
Let
so-called
me
black
hear it in
man.
the ancient
But it's
Greek.
time to laugh at
You're
these
talking
clown-ass
about-
crackers.
you guys
That's
are
right.
talking
Your time is over.
That's right,
Your
brother.
time is over. And you can tell because you got goddamn Donald Trump about to lead the country. Your time is over. So why don't you laugh at that?
What's
That's
my-
right, brother.